Happy New Year! Can you believe that it's 2019? I'm so excited for the new year. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and I am betting that many of you have decided that your resolution for 2019 is to write a book. Is that you? All right, then this 5 Things Friday is geared just for you, my friend. This week, I'm going to talk about 5 tips to keep you motivated to reach that goal of writing a novel by the end of 2019. So, let's do it. Number 1, take the work seriously. What I mean by taking the work seriously is not that the writing process has to be arduous and painful, although sometimes it can be, but put that aside. What I mean by work is that if you're making a commitment to your writing as a job or work, you're much more likely to follow through with it. One stumbling block that many new writers come upon is that you've set a resolution for yourself, but you haven't made that commitment. Maybe you're the kind of person who, if you have an external force motivating you, like a paycheck or having to show up to meet a friend for lunch, that you're much more likely to follow through. Versus having internal motivation. I tend to be internally motivated. So if I tell myself I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it for sure. But I know that that's not true for a lot of people. So I think one easy way to swap your thinking about writing is to make a commitment to the work. Think of writing this year. 2019 for you is your part-time job. You wouldn't not show up if you were taking a side job to earn some extra money or have some fun, right? You would have a boss, you would be wanting that extra paycheck, you'd have a commitment to everyone around you. So switch your thinking and think about writing in 2019 as your side job and make a commitment to showing up every day for that job. Number 2, don't look back. Don't do it. When you're working on your first book or your 26th or whatever I'm working on now, don't look back. Just write the story and get it onto the page. I promise you that at some point in time, you are gonna need your editing brain, but that part of your brain is totally different than the creative part of your brain. So when you're working on a new book, don't look back. Don't edit your work. Don't even read a page back from what you may have written the day before or the week before. Unless you just need a little reminder of where you are in the story, keep pushing forward. Forward momentum will help spur you on like nothing else. You're much more likely to finish a book if you are not tangled up in the weeds of editing. So just give yourself permission to write a crappy first draft and get to it. Number 3, keep learning. The best writers are constantly improving their craft. I am never satisfied with status quo. I'm always looking for new ways that I can improve my writing or feedback on strengthening my writing. Especially if this is your first time writing a novel, take a class, take a workshop, go to a writer's conference, buy a book on writing, join a writer's group. I mean, there are a plethora of ways that you can keep learning. Go out on a research adventure trip, whatever. But make sure you're not staying stale and you're not just continuing to plod ahead without knowing where you're going. One of the stumbling blocks often is that you might get halfway through your first book and then have no idea how to finish it. So instead of just painstakingly beating yourself up over it, get help, get some outside eyes, shake things up. Because the best thing that you can do for yourself is to finish the book. That's when those editing eyes are going to come in and do all the magic later, but that's another topic of discussion. Number 4, set a stretch goal. I think it's really important to set a goal that might seem lofty or a little out of reach. And here's why. If you set a lofty or a stretch goal, you're going to have to push yourself. You might have to work yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit. I set a goal a couple years ago to write 5 books in a year, and I never thought I could do it. And I did it, and it felt amazing. So setting a goal that feels like it's a little bit harder to obtain is twofold. One, if you meet that goal, you're going to have this amazing sense of accomplishment. And two, if you don't meet it, it's your stretch goal anyway. So it's not something that you have to meet, but maybe it's that goal that is going to push you on and force you to write those extra 200 words a day or whatever kind of goal you're going to set for yourself. This past month, I did that with a pie project. I decided I was going to bake a pie every day for the month of December. 31 pies later, it was an exhausting task, but I felt great accomplishing it. And my initial thought when I started the pie project was, maybe I would bake a pie a week, but that seemed too easy. So setting a stretch goal of 31 pies in a month definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I feel great having done it. Side note, if I never see a pie again for the next few months, I will be fine with that. Number 5, celebrate small successes. So just like you had that stretch goal where you're going to try to reach and stretch as far as you can to hit it, when you make small gains, whatever that is, maybe it's the first 500 words, maybe it's that you've written your first chapter, or you're halfway through, or for a month you've written 500 words a day. Whatever goal you set for yourself, celebrate it. When you hit that goal, treat yourself. Maybe you buy yourself an afternoon coffee or a tea, or you celebrate with a glass of champagne, or when you finish the book, a whole bottle. It could be buying yourself a candle or taking a long bath. It doesn't matter, but just create little touch points throughout the year where you're celebrating the small successes. And then you can look back and see how all of those small successes lead up to finishing the book. Finishing the book. You're going to do this. I'm excited for you. It's 2019. It's a fresh start. Let's kick off the year by writing that novel. Now, this 5 Things Friday was just a short little teaser about things you can do to start your writing career for the year. I am going to be launching a series of workshops online as well as a mentorship program. One of the questions that I get emailed and asked the most often is about writing advice and help. And I am very, very excited and enthusiastic to help you on your journey. So look in the next few weeks for a series of workshops that are going to include everything from how you start a book to finding an agent, writing a killer query letter and a book proposal, and marketing in a modern age. I'm thrilled to be able to offer you these workshops as well as a mentorship program that will help you and will be tailored to you wherever you're at in your writing career, whether you are literally writing your first words on the page or if you have a polished draft and you don't know where to go next in terms of publishing. I cannot wait. And if you're wanting more information in the short term, feel free to comment below or send me an email. But look for those soon. As always, thanks for joining me for another 5 Things Friday. I can't wait to hear about all of your writing progress in 2019. Be sure to click the button to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified whenever I upload new videos. Happy writing and Happy New Year.